Right, maybe I should do these in the shower because that's where I pre-vocalized this. What do you call these? Episodes? Either way, the drama around choosing the Senate Majority Leader. All right, so right now there's 3 contenders, only 3 unfortunately. There's one that everybody seems to love, but he's not running. But of the 3, Thune, whatever, Cornyn and Scott. Yes, MAGA wants Scott. He's the best of the 3 by far, and he is our hometown boy. And before y'all go off, no, I will explain later if it comes to that. Either way. So, yes, this whole drama is unfolding, but earlier today, I think it was, there was a post going around X saying that Republican leaders are annoyed that, rabble-rousers on social media are disrupting their process. They want to have a secret vote. Really? A secret vote? No, that's not really going to work out for us. Like, do it in public. What are you guys afraid of? And, well, that means that they're not going to do what, the people that delivered their majority want them to do. But that's neither here nor there. So, yes, everybody wants Rick Scott, and the swamp is, yes, they are sending out all the reptiles led by the turtle to stop him. So there was also this other thing going around saying that it is not unprecedented that the vice president, who is president of the Senate, actually be the effective majority leader of the Senate. It happened once before. So I went and I kind of looked into this, and no, I did not read all of the Senate rules. Okay, so if I get anything wrong here, please let me know in the comments below after you subscribe, of course. Anyway, and yes, it seems the roles of Senate Majority Leader and Senate Minority Leader are kind of made up. They're made up by the Senate. They exist only within the Senate, only within the Senate rules. There's no constitutional role of Senate Majority Leader like there is Speaker of the House. So, it is something that can be changed kind of at a whim or on a whim. And the thought of the vice president actually being the leader of the Senate really makes sense because the first Senate Majority Leader was elected, I think, in 1920. That's 104 years ago. And I said, I think maybe it was in the last video, that one thing I want, or my hope for just these chats here on this channel, is to get people to think about things in a different way. And just because something has been done for 104 years doesn't mean that it needs to be done the same way for the next 104 years. So, okay, yeah, why doesn't JD just assume control of the Senate as president of the Senate? Now, mind you, the Constitution doesn't really define president of the Senate other than to say that's the vice president's role, but they call it president of the Senate, and that implies a lot of things, so it wouldn't be a huge stretch, right? Okay, so JD is president of the Senate, so maybe the new rule should be for the next, I don't know, couple generations, let's see how it goes, is if the same party controls both the Senate and the White House, as the Republicans do now, then there is no majority there. They're going to elect a majority leader, but the person that actually runs the Senate in terms of the calendar and all this kind of stuff that is currently vested in the majority leader goes to the vice president so they can work on the president's agenda, which is why we elected the president for his agenda, right? Nobody else's. None of these swamp creatures. None of them. Which is why, yeah, I think JD should just assume control of the Senate. And if the swamp does elect Thune, whatever, it doesn't matter, then, okay, he could still assume control, but just start meeting regularly with Rick Scott. Yes, seriously, sideline these people. Right? Set the new rule. Why not? Now, I can hear our leftist friends crying and howling and moaning that, oh no, see, that's proof that President Trump, he's just trying to consolidate power around him. Okay, you know what? I will entertain that notion. However, I will say he has a mandate, all 3 chambers, like most votes ever and all that kind of stuff. But if you're so worried about the president consolidating power, my friends on the left, let's just remember that you're the one that created the government with all that power to consolidate. So, yeah, if it ends up being used against you, I'm not going to cry about it. you know I'm right. So please subscribe so you can see me in the next one.